Hello everybody, welcome to another Grinder Gaming video. Today I'm going to show you how you can make EC by crafting officer training manuals. When you're a new character, most of us learn that you can come down to the bridge officer trainer here and buy low-level training manuals for all the professions. So you can buy them for the three main professions, tactical, engineering, and science, but you can also buy them for all the specialization seating, miracle worker, command, intelligence. The reason I bring this up is when I bought some of these, I bought too many and I put them up on the exchange for a whole bunch of money and was shocked to see that people were buying them from me. So I bought a whole bunch of them just to test it out and put them up on the exchange. Sure enough, people are buying those manuals that I buy for a few hundred EC for anywhere from 100k up to a couple of million. So just a heads up to anybody that isn't aware. Low level manuals for your professions and your specialization seating, you don't have to buy them off the exchange and pay a bunch of money. You can buy them off of that fella right there. Now, most of the high level stuff you can't buy from him. It's all craftable, and I'm going to show you today how you can craft that stuff. So first things first, let's take a look at some of the skills that I'm talking about. For instance here, this is one of the most desirable intelligence skills for beam overload builds. Override subsystem safety 3 gives you a buttload of extra power to all your systems, gives you extra damage on your weapons. You cannot purchase that from the bridge officer trainer. It's craftable only. Here's another example. Attack pattern beta 3. It's probably the best attack pattern there is for doing extra damage, and so it has the high price tag that comes with demand on the exchange if you go searching for that manual. So first of all, where do you get those? How do you craft them? When you're a new player, like I was saying, a lot of people just go straight to the exchange and buy that stuff off the exchange, but it can end up costing you an arm and a leg. So the first thing you need to know is that if you go to your research and development section, and all the way at the bottom, second from the bottom, you're going to find your officer training, and you can craft the manuals that are specific to your profession. So if I scroll all the way down to the bottom, I'm going to see all the tactical training manuals. This guy can train them because he's a tactical officer. He cannot craft the engineering and science manuals. I have to go over to my other characters to do that. So that's the first part. Professions are profession specific as to what you can craft. And the second part of it is that all the specialization seating manuals get unlocked by you leveling up your actual specialization. So on this character, I've completely unlocked the miracle worker specialization, as you can see. Now if I go back into my R&D section, I can find all those miracle workers to craft here, and some of those manuals may go for a lot of money on the exchange. That's why I'm showing you this. So what are the two popular ones? Mixed Armament Synergy and Narrow Sensor Bands 3. Those are craftable only, and they may go for a lot of money on the exchange, and I'll show you some examples of a few of my go-tos here in just a minute. So those are unlocked by unlocking the specializations. Now I should mention there's a small cost associated with making each one of these manuals. You have to have these pads to make one personal access display device, and they cost 200 refined dilithium and a little bit of EC to make each one. So now the reason why I would do this, if you do the math, a lot of people will take their dilithium, turn it into Zen, and buy keys out of the Zen store, and then they sell them on the exchange, and that's how they get a lot of EC. They convert their dilithium into EC. But you have a much better dilithium to EC ratio by crafting manuals and selling them if you're getting a good price for them than you would if you went and just turned your dilithium into keys and sold it on the exchange. So let me give you a couple of examples here. You can see all the command specializations, the intelligence specialization. Is because I have unlocked those specializations with this character. Now initially you may start learning, a lot of new players probably don't even have a ship that has a specialization seat on it. But as you get ships that have command or intelligence seating and whatnot on them, you're going to learn what manuals are valuable to you. For instance, I wanted this skill really bad. Override subsystem safeties 3 for my beam overload build, so I knew it was valuable to me. And if we go search on market, we'll see what it's worth. Same for the attack pattern beta 3. Let's go see what some of that stuff is worth. So let's do attack pattern beta, abbreviated here. And this one is one of my go-tos lately because they're selling for over 2.8 million. I haven't seen them really go below 2.5 recently, so there's obviously a decent demand in the market. Like I said, it's the better attack pattern manual that you can craft, and so yes, it does sell for a decent amount of money. That being said, these prices do fluctuate. So let's just check out Override Subsystem Safeties 3 that I showed you on my ship there. It's selling for 950,000-ish right now. So there is going to be a certain point where if people are competing with each other and dropping prices on the market, once the price goes below a certain level, I'm not going to bother trying to sell the manual anymore because it cost me dilithium to make. There's going to be a certain kind of a cutoff point where I don't deem it's going to be worth my dilithium to sell that manual anymore. And so as an example, this directed energy modulation skill is one of the more desirable engineering skills. I can't craft it with my tactical officer, but I can go and craft it on my engineer. And a couple of months ago, this skill was selling on the exchange for 2.5-ish million. And so I was selling maybe a couple of them a day, 5 million a day that I was making just on this one manual, which is fantastic. But I think somebody's seen how much it was selling for and got oogly eyes and just cranked out a whole truckload of those manuals, because ever since then the price has just gone down, 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 and it looks like somebody's just trying to unload their stock of all the manuals that they crafted. So yes, and I should mention this is on PlayStation 5, so things will it may vary. The prices may vary depending on what platform you're playing on. I expect Xbox will be similar to this, but PC might be a bit different because, you know, different games been out a lot longer and a lot more leveled up characters that can make this stuff. But on the consoles, a lot of people, like I said, don't even know about this stuff, and they're just going to the exchange, one, to buy them when you could just get them from that vendor, or maybe they don't even know that you could craft them yourself or level up your specializations and craft them and even make money by selling them to other players off the exchange. That is the long and the short of it. Level up your specializations, and then you can craft those manuals and you can make a lot of money selling them to other players, and or saving yourself a ton of money instead of buying them off the exchange, crafting them for yourself. I hope this helps some players out. A little bit of a public service announcement. I don't like to see people getting taken advantage of and buying stuff on the exchange that they really could just go to a vendor or make for themselves. But, you know, if you're going to make a little bit of money off of it, realistically, if more people are aware of it and doing it, the prices will go down and be a little bit more reasonable for new players too. Alright, thanks for coming in and checking out this short video. Hopefully it helps some of you out. Hopefully it maybe either will help you make some money, or in the other case of not being aware of, maybe saving some money. Thanks everybody for checking out the video. Take care of yourselves. I'll catch you all in the next one.